Hey, welcome to my page. I am your host, C. Olson Brown, and this is Dreams in Action. I want to give a high five, a fist bump, a shout out to all the listeners tuned into this motivational channel. Hey, welcome. I want you to go ahead and like and subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 500, to 1,000, to continue to impact people one day all over the world. But I want to just share a bit of my story today, all right? Just share a bit about who Carl Brown is. I was the other day, well, not just the other day, a few weeks ago, I was talking to one of my mentors. He's been in my life since, 18, 19, 20, just forever. Been in my life. And he knows me very well. He's seen the struggles that I've had to endure. He's seen some of the challenges in which I had to overcome. And so he's very familiar of just my personal life. And so I was talking to him. I was sharing something serious. I mean, I was in another level like Paul. I was in the eighth heavens sharing some things perhaps that were so wonderful that I should not have shared. That's an inside joke. Some may get it. But I was sharing with him. I said, hey, listen, I'm really contemplating doing a doctorate degree, my PhD, and my law degree at the same time. Now, pause for a second before you all click off the page. This is not no bragging or boasting or anything like that, because I'm going to share a little bit about my life, how I struggled in terms of academics, how I struggled with remedial math, remedial writing. In fact, it took me 10 years to get my first degree. I didn't think high of myself. I was dealing with a whole lot of other things. But let me just continue the story. I was sharing with him, hey, I'm looking at doing a PhD and a law degree at the same time. And he didn't pause or anything. He know me. First of all, he understands that I am a words, in terms of the 5 love languages, my love language is words of affirmation. Also, he knows other things about me as well. He know that I like movies. So he used both of those to reach a level that was deeper than what I was just saying. So as I'm doing my PhD and I want to do a law degree at the same time, and I'll know by September what I'm going to do. And so he says, you know what, Carl, if anyone can do it, you can. I truly believe in you. I've watched you since you were a teenager. I've journeyed with you through your young adult years, your 20s. In fact, I've seen you serve in the Marine Corps. I've seen you struggle as you left the Marine Corps as a Marine enlisted, as an officer, and then went into the Navy. I've seen that. I've even watched your career even throughout the Army. So, son, if anybody can do it, you can. I said, yeah, that's right. And then we started talking about a movie. He says, there was this movie that I watched. It's called Catch Me If You Can. Tom Hanks and Leonardo DiCaprio. Great movie, one of my favorites. Actually, I'm a movie guy. I love movies. Movies reflect me back all the way to the days my dad and I used to go to movies in DC, the Lincoln, where you can just sit in the movie and watch movies over and over and over again. Bruce Lee movies. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Yeah. Okay, I digress. Stay focused. And so he's talking about this movie. He says, it's a great movie. How Leonardo DiCaprio had lost his dad. His dad, he had a great home. His father and mother was together. He would watch his mom dance with his dad and how they always seemed happy. And he was in a great home. But his father lost his job. And his father lost his job, and it just seemed to downward spiral. And as he lost his job, other things would take place. The marriage broke up. The family split up. All of these things. So he remembered these wonderful, happy moments that he experienced with his family now are in decay. So Leonardo DiCaprio, in his character, he goes on a series of events where he becomes someone who writing false checks and all of these things. He teaches himself how to become a pilot, and he cons his way on the plane. He even studies to pretend to be a lawyer. All of these things. And so the FBI is after him for years and years and years, and finally catches him. And now he bring him in. Say, hey, listen, I want to make a deal with you. I want you to become one of us, to show us how to catch these people. So he's talking about the movie. I'm like, yeah, I know the movie. I got it. And so he says, remember at the end of the movie, Tom Hanks is saying, I'll see you on Monday. But Leonardo DiCaprio says, no, I'm leaving. I'm running. You're not going to see me. It's a Friday and I'm not coming back. And he says, I look forward to seeing you on Monday. But here's the transformation of what he says to me. He says, remember in the movie, Tom Hanks says to him, go ahead. No one is chasing you. And he says that to me. He says, Carl, no one is chasing you. Oh, okay, yeah, nobody's chasing me. No one is chasing you. No one is chasing you. Man, at that moment, tears coming down my face, and it hit me so hard because no one is chasing me. I have spent years and years and years running away from poverty, running away from homelessness, running away from sleeping in my car, running away from going into an abandoned building, taking a nap or cutting school or dodging bullets in a neighborhood where you would perhaps get killed. I was running away for so many years, fighting these demons that were on the inside of me. Let me just digress for a second, bring you more. Come closer. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come closer. Come closer. Good. Let me now take you a little deeper. No one is chasing you, Carl. So when I was talking about doing this PhD and law degree, it was at a sense of somehow thinking that I have to continue to earn appreciation or earn my way somehow to be finally affirmed. Let me say, I'm also someone who has almost 5 master's degrees. I didn't finish the 5th master's degree, and the 5th master's degree was at Georgetown University Graduate School, where I was majoring in finance and real estate development. It's a whole history of my life, right? A whole history. Come closer. Get to know who I am. Sometimes we can look at an iceberg. If we were to look at an iceberg, we can see the top layers of that iceberg, but we really don't see the depth of what's underneath that iceberg. And if you begin to uncover the depth of the iceberg that's in my life, it's been trauma. It's been poverty. It's been abandonment. It's been a lot of things in my life that I felt that I was running from to just be good enough. To just be good enough. Some call that the imposter syndrome, where you spend an enormous amount of time trying to prove that you're good enough until you come to the realization that you are. So 5 masters, 4.75 master's degree, and looking to do my PhD in law degree, came to the realization, Carl, you are good enough. You are good enough. And there is nothing else to prove to anyone. And so let me close with this. I'll let you know in September what happens. No, I did not choose to do both, the PhD or the law degree. But I'll let you in on something in September. I'll get an approval letter, we'll see. I'll let you know which one I decided to do. But I just want to say this. You are good enough. You are good enough. So you don't have to prove anything to anyone. The only one that you have to prove something to is yourself. But not just prove to yourself, but when you learn how to accept who you are, you're not doing it for accolades of anyone else or trying to make up something that can never be changed. But you can look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, guess what? I am good enough. And as I said in the last video, you are more than enough. Say that with me. I am more than enough. Talk with you soon. I'm Sealson Brown. Hey, come on, subscribe to the page as we share more things about how do you begin to live the life that you have been destined to live. Many of us may have had some things that come across our path that stopped us, that caused us to be stagnant, to not go after our dreams and goals and aspirations that you know that's in you. So stay with me, walk with me, ride with me, roll with me. Stay tuned. Thank you for joining the page. Thank you for subscribing. I look forward to walking alongside you. Take care. Take care.